Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
Good money. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic Podcast. Y'all know what it is. Dre, Reg, we are back. Another episode. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let's get this shit rocking, my boy. How you doing?
Good, man. Shit cooling out, bro. Another week down before the year out. Man, you've been going by fast, bro.
Ain't unpacked no bags. Motherfuckers just moving from place to place. Ain't unpacked shit. Just like, hey, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Right. Yeah, that's it for me, man. Just working, dog. Getting used to the house being quiet again, man. You know, my baby's gone, so
yeah,
that's kind of crazy. I was down in the dumps for about 3 days. I was down in the dumps for about 3 days, but I'm all right now. I just got to get back to my workout regimen, and make it happen.
Yeah. Dog, is slow motion here. Ain't not a lot going on. I'm with you, man. I'm just trying to, get basically back to some kind of routine for myself. Stop moving around as much, and stay sucker free and keep them suckers out my damn circle too. That's just one thing. Like, but outside of that, dog, I mean, like, life is life. Like I said last week, ain't no complaints. Like, it's a whole lot I could be crying and complaining about, but I got what I need, so it's pretty good, man. I did Passion just came back from Puerto Rico. Her and her guy, boyfriend, child's father, they went to Puerto Rico, spent a weekend. I was kind of excited about that. That was her first time actually going outside of the country without me. So they went to Puerto Rico and had a good time, which is great, and I'm actually happy and proud for her, that she's, she wants to see the world and do some things for herself too, so that was good. But that's it for me, dog. Nothing else at all.
Good. No doubt.
Well, should we do it? Yeah, let's go ahead and get to sports, man. Oh man, where do we start? NCAA, the Tar Heels played the Pittsburgh Panthers last week.
They did.
I was worried, and in so many words you told me not to worry, because that first drive that they did, they drove the field too easy. I didn't like it, and you,
yeah. The first two drives.
You was the voice of reason. You was like, we about to give it to these dogs. I was like, yeah. I said, the way they drove that field, I don't know, man. If it looks that easy all game, my defense don't tighten up, it's gonna be a long day. But we went on to, I think, score 28 points after they drove the field the first two times they scored. We went on to score like 28 straight, and that basically put the game away, because it was 24-10, 28-10, by halftime or some shit like that. So yeah, well, I continue to be impressed by our defense though.
Yeah, I am impressed with the team as a whole, and it seems like they are trying to, outside of the app game, but we talked about that, that they understand that they are, when it comes down to other teams that they're playing, that they are the top tier team. Right. They've been the top tier team in all of our opponents. Right, going into next week when we play Syracuse, we're still the top tier team. Yeah. So I'm impressed by that. Pitt came out and punched us in the mouth. I expected him to. They always play us tough. They do. And
they had our number the last couple of years.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we beat the shit out of them last year. So.
Yeah.
But again, they come out tough. They come out because they're a physical team and they're an aggressive team. And this team and along with other Tar Heel teams of past, it takes a little bit for the engine to get going. But once the engine gets revved up, you're like a motherfucking locomotive. Right. And that happened offensively and defensively on Saturday. So I was impressed with that, man. Like you did say, I'm not gonna sit here and act. I was looking at it like that for the first 2 drives, like
yeah. Y'all niggas better tighten it up.
Yeah, but then I came to my senses and I realized, like, all right, I did a scouting report on their team and how they play, how they operate, and how they come out, and it was no different from all the other games they played. It was just a matter of us settling in and taking up that initial blow, if you will, and then doing what we do, and that's what happened on Saturday. So kudos to the Heels.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is the best game Drake may has had this year.
I'll agree with you on that.
Best game he's had this year.
I'll agree with you on that.
Hopefully it's just up from here. And we stay on that level. And the guys that we have that's not producing, as well as the guys that's injured, hopefully they come back and get in the fold, and everything continues to rock from there. What's your thoughts on that text I sent you the other day? About what's the young man's name? Craig McDonald from Minnesota.
I don't understand it. I'll be honest and say, once I read it, it pissed me off so bad that I didn't go back and do any homework on what or why or how or whatever the fuck. All I saw was he gets to play and Tez does not.
Right.
And I don't understand it. I don't get it, dog. Like, make it make sense.
They keep saying the NCAA has a point to prove, but I look at it, I just think, well, why is that point if that's the case for UNC, and then for Tez even bigger?
I'm trying to figure it out, man.
Yeah, like, it makes no sense.
I don't know. Like I told you a couple of weeks ago, man, maybe they just don't fuck with Mac, bro.
Yeah, they might be. It's just sad, man. To see like the motherfucker from Miami that's trying to get his 7th year in football. Of course, he has some injuries, but this guy right here has actually put on 2 different jerseys. Like he's put on, even though he redshirted a year, but he still played in 2 different jerseys. Tez played 1 year, in 1 jersey. As easy as it sounds like decisions should be made, they make that shit sound like it's way more to it and it's something else. It got to be something else.
It has to be, bro.
And you got Jay Billis, and of course Jay Billis has been champion for all of injustices against players. Whether it ain't just for Duke, because he was talking about how the Tar Heels was done wrong doing the investigation of the scandal that they had with the academic shit. So he's been calling out that shit, and he's all over this Tez Walker shit. So I don't know. I don't get it, man. It's just crazy, and you talking about this young man that has a potential to go on to the NFL, and have a good career if you continue to put in the work, and the talent and everything else with that pays off. But you're setting them back. You're setting them back.
100%, though. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. It's unfair. The NCAA got it wrong. I just don't get it. I don't fucking get it, bro.
And then think about what it is potentially or is doing to him mentally.
Right.
Wow. Colorado got spanked. Which you and I are not surprised. I did not expect it to be 42-0 before Colorado scored. I didn't think it was going to be that bad before they scored. Maybe a 28-7, a 31-7, 31 or something. I mean, it was total. I text you during the game. I think you text me. I text you. I was like, hey, listen, the talent gap is noticeable in this motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, I think I didn't really have I didn't know what the score was going to be or what it looked like, but I will say that I knew they were going to get crushed.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah.
Only because of, like you said, the talent gap. Dion hasn't really had an opportunity to get a solid recruiting class in there, and I said that before. He needs about 2 recruiting classes before he is able to compete at the highest level, right? To actually compete and actually, when it comes down to the top tier teams, be able to come out and play. I think they miss Travis Hunter a lot. And they miss Travis Hunter from a schematic standpoint, right? Because now you have to account for him when he's on the field. And with him not being on the field, you're able to, circle who's the next best receiver on that team, Horn, right? Jimmy Horn Jr. So he had a very, very quiet game. And it showed that players they're successful when you have an impact player like Travis Hunter on the field. He was on the field Saturday, and they paid for it. I'm not saying that's the reason why they lost. I'm just saying they paid for it.
Yeah.
But again, you saw the difference in size. You saw the difference in speed. You saw the difference in a well-oiled machine that is Oregon.
Right.
Against Colorado, who's picking up the pieces and trying to put this thing together. So they got their ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that it'll be any different coming into Saturday against USC.
I agree. I'm with you. Yeah, I don't see anything it going in any different. The coaching was, well, I think they got beat in all aspects of the game.
All fast. Yep.
The first series, Colorado came out. Oregon got them off the field quick.
Mm-hmm.
Got the ball,
Mm-hmm.
and damn near. It didn't look like they had any pushback scoring.
Mm-hmm.
They scored at will, and then went for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Which is their game.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, you're gonna score, and what you gonna do about it?
Absolutely nothing.
And the wheels came off on that fucking fake punt.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
The wheels came off right there. That was telling right there. That was the what is it? The telltale. That's what told you everything you needed to know.
Agreed.
Could have turned the game right then and there. That was it.
Yeah. They'll be better. They'll get better.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
The expectation was what, 6 games this year?
Yeah, I got. Well, no. Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's interesting. My expectation was about, I want to say 7. I said maybe 8, but that's just, and that was after the TCU win. That was after the TCU win. For me, I didn't I didn't have no expectations. I actually didn't even think about how many games, I thought they would win after, before the season started. So I can't, honestly, I can't say that. But after the TCU win, I said I could see them winning 7 to 8 games. I probably said that on this podcast too. But yeah, I think they're still on track for that. They might. Well, I'm not. I don't know, because Washington looks deadly too.
They don't play Washington. They play Washington State.
Oh, they play. Okay. All right. Well.
I took a look at the schedule today. I think they play. Obviously, they play USC, which will probably be a loss. I think we're safe to say. I think they can beat Arizona State. I think they can beat Arizona, which will put them at 5.
Okay.
I think they will struggle versus Stanford, because Stanford always has a big team. But it's a possible win for them. They can win that game.
They can win UCLA?
Yes.
Okay. Oregon State?
Yes. I don't beat Oregon State. I don't have them beating Oregon State.
And they got Arizona. I don't have them beating Utah either.
Oh, and Utah are gonna spank their ass. So, what's that? Put them at 5.
Let's see who they have. They have USC next. They have Arizona.
No.
They have Arizona after that. Well, Arizona State.
Win.
Stanford.
I can't give them the nod on Stanford.
Okay. UCLA.
Yes.
Okay. Oregon State. No.
No.
Arizona.
Yes.
Washington State. I don't think they beat Washington State.
You don't think they can beat Washington State?
I don't think so.
I think they can beat Washington State. I believe they could beat Washington, but then they close out with Utah.
Yeah. Who we at Utah too.
Yeah, no.
So they go to Washington State at that.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know if they could. I don't know if I see them beating Washington State.
Okay. Yeah, me neither.
I think it'll be a dogfight.
Okay.
I'm not for sure. I'm not for certain, but I think it'll be a dogfight.
But I mean, like we said, it wasn't nothing that we didn't expect as far as in the score. I'm surprised at why there are so many other people that were surprised. I asked a question on Facebook, about the over under. You think are they gonna cover? Is it gonna be people? I think it was at least 3 to 4 people told me Colorado was gonna win. One said it wasn't even gonna be close. I'm like, well, what Colorado team have you been watching? But outside of that, anyway, that pregame speech.
Colorado's or Oregon's?
Oregon's.
Okay.
Any problems with it?
Nope.
Me neither. I don't see what the outrage is about. Well, I see what the outrage is about because you have people that want to turn a lot of shit into something racist. Make it more than what it is. No. We haven't played in Oregon or in a Power 5 or in professional, but you've played sports. You've had a coach that gave a pregame speech, and you probably heard some shit that motherfuckers would be like, you know what I'm saying? Because I have, so it's a part of sports. That's the game,
right?
That's the game. I mean, if you was to be in every one of these locker rooms and listen to these pregame speeches, you would hear some shit that you like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And that shit was light in itself. I mean,
yeah, it wasn't that bad at all. I feel like at the end of the day, the man just he did it to rev the engine up on his players. Listen, right. we have grinded all. We've been quiet. We've grinded all motherfucking spring. We've grinded. We grinded. Coming into the fall, it's our time.
Mm-hmm.
They on Instagram. They on Facebook. They on TikTok.
Yeah, they flashing watches.
Yeah, they flashing watches.
All this other shit. Yeah.
We gonna motherfucking dig a grave and we gonna throw the ass in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that simple.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? What I said was more graphic than what he said. So
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, the outrage was the outrage. I don't see anything wrong with it. But the Dion effect is you have a bunch of people that are casual and some that don't know shit about sports. Now they are ingratiating themselves into college football and they want to talk college football with you, but don't know anything about it. So I think that's where a lot of that outrage comes from. Motherfucker told me the guy was being racist. I'm like, how? Because come on, man. Like, are you? But anyway, I mean, I don't see a problem with it. I can't, if I don't see a problem with Shedeur flashing his watch, the braggadocious shit that Colorado do, or anytime, like I can't see anything wrong with anything else, because I do think that shit that you talk and the shit that you dish out, you got to be able to take it to when somebody walk your ass to the park and drag you back by the leash when you don't want to come back. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you get dog walk, right?
Keep in mind, pregame, them Colorado boys out there saying we about to beat the shit out of y'all.
Yeah, and stomping on the O, doing all kind of shit. So
we about to beat the fuck out of y'all.
Right. And the college game is completely different than the sports atmosphere anyway.
Yeah.
You're gonna see signs, you're gonna see motherfuckers talking shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna see it's the shit goes down in the college atmosphere, college game, college stadium. You've been to plenty of college games. I've been to plenty, basketball or football. It don't matter. Like that, the fans are more rowdy in the college game than in the professional.
The children, the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I don't know what these motherfuckers expect and what they thought.
And people but hurt. They want, Coach Prime to ride on a chariot and go undefeated and win a national championship. That's not fucking reality.
Right.
The reality of it is that you have to build a program. This is his first year. Give the man time. Give the man grace. Absolutely.
And it'll happen. Don't rush it. Like you said, don't rush it. It'll happen. He still has to get everything together on his end. He said it. He's about how many dogs he said he was away?
6 or 7.
I say about 8 or 9, but
that's what he said.
Yeah. But I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, but and let's keep in mind, he's going to a different conference next year, so a whole lot of shit is gonna change too.
Going to the Big 12.
Yeah, a whole lot of shit is gonna change. You being there with the Michigans and Ohio States and I mean,
is Michigan? Wait. Is Michigan? Is he going to the Big 12 or the Big 10?
10. My bad. He's going to
the 10. He's going to the Big 10.
Yeah, he's going to the 10. If I'm not mistaken.
I thought he was going to the 12.
Is he? Oh, I'll let you look it up. He might. If he go to the 12, well, who's in the 12? TCU, Texas Tech, A&M. No, A&M's leaving, right?
A&M.
No. Texas and Oklahoma's leaving.
Yes, the Big 12. Yeah, he's going to the Big 12.
Okay, all right. So, all right. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, with Texas and Oklahoma leaving, that's not. I mean,
elbows up a little more.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, but I mean,
Kansas look pretty good down there.
They do. Well, all the blue bloods looking good in football right now. All of them. They undefeated. All of them undefeated. They ain't talking about that though. They ain't talking about that. But where we at? We ain't really got to talk that much about the NFL. We can just talk about that 70 piece that Miami dropped on Denver. And
embarrassing.
Very
embarrassing. 70 points in an NFL game. But this is what the NFL has been trying to go to anyway, high scores. But they did it on the ground though.
Well, ground and air, right?
Well, they did both, but the touchdowns came on the ground.
Because I think they had 5 and 5. It was 5 and 5, right? Might have been. I think it was 5 and 5. 5 in the air, 5 on the ground.
Okay, well balanced.
It might have been. I know they had 10 touchdowns, and I know they ran for over 300 yards on the ground and passed for over 300 or 400 yards on the ground. Either way it go, Miami played they played like they was playing Madden or something, like in franchise mode or some shit.
Brother man, spank that ass.
Wow. Yeah.
Spank that ass.
Makes no sense. That motherfucker. And Miami looked like they got a track team.
Yeah.
Speed Auto.
Cheetah, and then now they got Mostert at the running
back.
I
didn't even, and Mostert played for the 49ers for a couple, 3-4 years. Mostert got speed that I didn't know he had on, like because he wasn't running that, but he was injured a lot too with us. But
So I thought Tevin Coleman was the speedster on y'all team when he was on y'all team.
Right. Yeah.
As far as the backs go.
Right. Right. But
that man got national television and said, Cheetah know what's up.
Yeah, but they let me see. Yeah. Pass. That's 3. Run, pass, 4, pass. Yeah, 5 and 5. 5 and 5. Yeah, that's a damn shame. And Mostert had 4 touchdowns, I think, and old boy had 4. So
who had 4? Cheetah?
I believe so. Mostert and let's look at this shit again. Box score. Box score.
My dog said Mostert got him about 48 points in fantasy.
I bet Mostert had 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving. A-Chain had 2 receiving and 2 rushing. That's the running backs. Cheetah had what? Cheetah had 1 touchdown, and Chosen had 1. Yeah, they just though that you talking about embarrassing. There's no way that Denver should not come out this weekend, regardless if it's against the Bears or not, and thump them motherfuckers.
They should.
Like nigga, them motherfuckers, they should be ready to get back on the field right now.
Yeah, I agree.
And before we leave this, the coach,
Sean Payton. Okay.
I've never really been a believer.
Meaning,
what has he done outside Drew Brees?
He didn't do anything with Drew Brees. He rode his coattail. Drew Brees was who he was.
That's how I feel about it. But they talk about Sean Payton like he is in the Bill Parcells, the Marty Schottenheimers, the George Seiferts, like he's just in that in the top coaching fraternity that there is.
Yes, me with that.
I'm pretty sure you're here to talk.
I do.
They've been trying to get his ass out the booth for the longest. Since he left.
Miss me with that.
I'm with you. Well, we on that same page. Kaepernick.
Okay.
Yay, nay. I mean, does it hurt for him to get a shot? No, it don't.
Okay.
I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't care. I'm a supporter. I still fuck with him. From when he played with us, I still got the jersey, all the other shit. But honestly, my opinion, I think the game has passed him by. He hasn't played in 7 years, I think. Okay. I understand. You're staying in shape. You're doing everything you need to do. But 7 years is a long time to be out of the game of football, out of any competitive sport. I think the game has evolved a lot in the last year or two. So imagine 7. I look at the greats like Michael Jordan. He stepped out away from basketball, played baseball. He came back to the game of basketball, and he was he was okay to good. He wasn't what he was when he left the game. And we talking about arguably the greatest.
Okay.
Kaepernick wasn't the greatest in his sport.
Okay.
I can only imagine, by me using that analogy, I can only imagine what he's going to look like coming back 7 years later.
Okay.
And I understand he's staying in shape and all other shit, but it's a lot.
Okay. Well, all he's asking to do is to be on a practice squad.
Yeah. And I think that gets your foot in the door. Yeah.
Yeah. Does he have ulterior motives? Probably. Mm-hmm. But we got to go with what's in black and white. And what's in black and white is that he asked to be on the practice squad to help them out.
Yeah.
I don't see what the issue would be. I don't see what, all you can do is try. Like, he's not gonna fucking hurt your team. He's not gonna hurt he's not gonna hurt you by being on the scout team. He's not. But again, I think you already know, it's politics.
Yeah, it's gonna take more than it's gonna take all the owners coming together. I think from what I heard, because of everything that went down and the settlement and all the other shit. So I mean,
yeah,
I wouldn't mind him getting an opportunity. Like you said in that letter, what's it gonna hurt?
It's not gonna hurt anything.
You
Like,
either say, look, sorry, bud, you're just not good enough, or you're gonna say, hey, we got a spot for you.
Agreed. It won't hurt anything.
Yeah. Outside of that, the Jet season is over. Listen, the hopes for, it's amazing how shit happens, because you can go to a system can completely fuck you up, or maybe just the talent level, the ceiling was college. And I remember you was telling me about Zach Wilson. You was like, listen, that's a bad white boy. That motherfucker cutting up out there in college. I remember you telling me that. I was like, okay, yeah. He did. He was because I went and checked him out after you said that. But yeah, but then, this motherfucker looks like a deer in the headlights. He just looks completely like a complete 180 from the motherfucker that was in college doing the shit that he was doing.
Man, agreed.
Wow.
Agree. Doesn't look half of what he was in college. Not even half.
Yeah. Tis.
You hate to see it.
Yeah. Damn. Because he was supposed to be the next. He was supposed to get what's his name? Your boy the fuck up out of there. The motherfucker that's on our team right now. Our backup. He was y'all quarterback last year and the year before.
Oh,
Darnold.
Sam
Darnold. Oh God. Yeah, he's fucking fuck up out of there. And he didn't. Just one question for you. A quarterback right now that is available that can fit that system.
A quarterback that's available?
Yeah, that you think somewhere like maybe a free agent. One that you off the top of your head out there right now that that's just waiting to get an opportunity to play.
That will fit their system.
Mm-hmm. They can come in and just manage, because nobody all they gotta do is manage it. I think it with that team, it's not San Francisco, but you got enough weapons to where you could bring. I think you just want to find somebody you could bring in that isn't going to lose the game for you.
Cam won't lose the game for them.
True. You think Cam want to play football?
I doubt it.
Yeah, me neither. I doubt it too.
But he won't lose the game for them.
Where Tyrod at? Oh, Tyrod in New York. He a Giant.
Yeah, I
believe so. Yeah.
It can't get any worse than Zach Wilson right now, dog.
What about Mitch? Just off the top of my head, you think
Mitch can help them? Mitch can help them.
I believe so too.
Mitch can.
Well, as Kaepernick said, I mean, it can't get any worse. It can't get any worse at all. That team is completely fall apart. All right. Well, biggest news of the day.
Yep.
Dame Lillard is traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. Which I did not see coming.
Hell no.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of reports. I think Sunday and early Monday that it was like GMs and insiders are saying that there's a 100% chance that Dame will be traded by next Monday, which is next week. But that's when the training camp starts and the media press day, the first, all the other shit. I was like, Yeah, I'll see that. I'll believe it when I see it. But I mean, hey, 3 days later, here we are talking about Dame Lillard going to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's a good. It's good for Milwaukee. You know, they wanted. You know, Giannis said what he said last month or whatever the case may be about if this is the place for him and if they want to win. I mean, they got Dame Lillard.
Milwaukee put their dick on the table.
Man, they gave away one fucking player for this guy, right?
Drew, and first round draft pick, right? First round draft pick of 2 swaps.
Okay.
Grayson Allen.
But player wise,
Grayson Allen.
So they gave up Grayson Allen
and Drew Holiday, yeah.
And so they gave up 2 players, Grayson Allen and Drew Holiday, for Dame.
Yeah.
Now, while Drew Holiday, it might sting a little bit.
Yeah, well, on the defensive end, it's definitely gonna sting.
Yeah, it's gonna sting.
His ass got cooked last playoffs.
But when it boils down to it, you got a superstar in Damian Lillard, dog.
Yeah. It also comes down to fit too. I think Drew Holiday is an ultimate glue guy. He's going to get you. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, you can't pass. There's no way you can pass up on a superstar. No way.
I'm happy for Milwaukee.
I am too. I'm glad he didn't go to Miami. I'm glad he didn't go to LA to the Lakers. All this other shit is on. Like let's get some let's get something different.
I think this will work.
Yeah, I do too. I love to see the small market teams and underdog. Now I'm not a Hornets fan, but I will be glad the day when I see a Hornets team that's like super competitive out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to see shit like that. I like the San Antonio Spurs run. Don't give me all these, because it's easy for these big teams, the Miamis, the LAs, the New Yorks, Boston. These teams can get, they're high. People gonna go there just because of the city,
right?
Which I mean, maybe I'm Carolina biased. I don't think Charlotte's a bad city.
Me neither.
I don't.
But
it ain't Miami, it ain't LA, but I
right.
And it, definitely in New York, but still, I mean, we'll, whatever.
Right.
So, the Blazers got Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, Toumani Camara, first round draft pick in 2029, and 2 pick swaps. The Suns got Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen.
Who is going to excel.
Yes, he is.
And so is Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen and
with that second unit.
Grayson Allen, Nazir Little, and Keon Johnson. I really hope Nazir Little comes around, kind of like Cam did in Phoenix.
I think Phoenix addressed the issue that they had, and I think the issue they had was a second unit.
Yes, sir.
And I think they addressed it, and I think it's going to catch people off guard.
Yes, sir.
With Nas and Grayson, I think it's going to catch people off guard.
I'm with you 100%. And I don't think the Blazers could go wrong. I mean, we can honestly see 100% that they're in rebuild mode. So, I mean, adding DeAndre Ayton to Scoot Henderson, you already got Shaedon Sharpe there. You got Anthony Simons.
Yeah.
So we already hearing that Drew Holiday is probably going to be flipped or traded somewhere for another young piece. So I think the Blazers did right by Dame, because that's what everybody was saying. The Blazers need to do right by Dame. I didn't necessarily think doing right by Dame is sending him to where he want to go. I thought it was sending him to somewhere to where he had an opportunity to win a championship, but also, as we said, plenty of times when the news broke that he wanted to be traded, somewhere that I can get some pieces that's going to help me, because Tyler Hero wasn't going to cut it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm Portland, I'm like, nah, get the fuck out of my face with this Tyler Hero. You know what I'm saying? I think, to me, looking at this, I think everybody won. I think low key, as you just said, when you was talking about Phoenix and those parts, Phoenix might have got the better of this deal because of what they already have in place. I understand.
Because of what
Dame Lillard. Yes, Dame Lillard is Dame Lillard. He's a superstar. But Phoenix already had these superstars. They just was a player or two on that bench, from saying, okay, I can take Devin Booker out the game for 4 to 5 minutes and have a nice little spell and come back in the game and it don't hurt and still, what I'm saying? Like
you could take Devin Booker out for 15 minutes and you will not hurt. With him and Bradley Beal and KD, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So low key Phoenix might be the someone said they already predicted LA and Phoenix in the West Conference Finals. I'm like,
LA don't got nothing for them.
What the fuck happened to Denver?
Right. What? Smoking crack? What are you talking about?
What happened to Denver? We just gonna rule out Denver already? But
so Joe and Murray they just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Got it.
Listen, we ready to put LA in every conversation. That's always the thing. They ready to put LA in every conversation.
Cut it out.
Travis Swift.
Okay.
Let's talk about Travis Swift. Listen, dog. I was close to any word like just muting that shit. So that shit, I was tired of seeing Taylor Swift on my timeline. I shit you not. We're supposed to be watching football and enjoying a nice day of professional sports. We had the Dolphins blowing out Denver. We had Kansas City blowing out Chicago. And I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift was on the screen just as much as Pat Mahomes was.
Mm-hmm.
And then you flip to every news station that night, Monday morning, Monday afternoon, Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, today, and it's a whole bunch of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And that shit was sickening to me. But I honestly, well, I said this on Facebook. I think Taylor Swift looks like the average white girl to me.
Okay.
But I'm not into white women. I mean, she's not attracted to me. She not Kayla Nicole. But Kayla Nicole don't have her pockets.
She would never be that to you, sir.
No. Nah. Yeah, never. So I mean, while everybody's debating on whether he upgraded or downgraded, all this other shit, honestly, I don't give a fuck. But it was very sickening.
Okay. Well, so for me, I mean, I'm not surprised at what came about as far as, Travis Kelce's, relationship status and all that. And, now he's rocking out with Taylor Swift and, Taylor Swift is an icon, dog. But let's
absolutely
keep it a buck. She's an icon. So no matter whoever she was connected to, it would be all over the media. It just so happened to be Travis Kelce. And it just so happened that Travis Kelce is, he had a pass to the barbecue.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Black Twitter or Black X or any other social media that you can think of is, what they're talking about on our side of the fence. They're talking about how he went from this voluptuous, pretty, beautiful, whatever you want to call her, Black chick, and to someone that, is in his own race. Obviously, the man don't see color, and that's okay.
Yeah, and that's very well. Yeah, very much.
That's okay. Derek Jeter don't see color either, and they glorified Derek Jeter for his lineup. They
said Travis Kelce went from what's up, shorty, to hang tight.
Yo, I saw some shit where it said Travis Kelce went from being invited to the cookout to being a police officer that cut his body cam off when he stopped.
Yeah, that's it. Yo. Hang tight, buddy.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, so I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast earlier, and they was actually talking about that too, and they was talking about whether Kayla Nicole upgraded him in a sense to far as in I guess some exposure. Well, but of course the exposure that he's getting from being with Taylor Swift is on another level. Of course,
I don't know.
His jersey sales is up 400%. Him and his brother's podcast is now the number one podcast, all over all media platforms. But I think, and it was, some of the argument was, I think they got lost in a lot of points. Now, I do think for the black girl community, she probably did put him in that spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen him before her.
Who? Okay, backtrack. What is she famous for? What, I don't know.
She's just a model. She's like, and she could be a video girl if she wants to. This motherfucker's bad. She's bad.
No. She looks amazing.
Yes.
But I'll be real with you. I only know her as being Travis Kelce's girlfriend.
Right.
That's all I know, and she just happens to be black.
Well, yeah. She's not no like famous person, nothing like that. But I guess I don't know if you can attribute him to looking the part, growing the mustache out, the beard out, but that's neither here nor there. I don't know what possessed him to cut that shit off. I don't know if that's the all-American white boy look that Taylor Swift like. I don't know. I've heard that a lot of things that we do as men is for women, like far as in our grooming standards and techniques. Like but I'm like, yeah, duh. But I don't know. I felt like it was an interesting conversation. But his star, he's out of here. He's out of here.
Bro, Travis Kelce, yeah. Okay, all right, I get it. So did the young lady that he was with prior, did she probably put him in a different, for people to see him in a different light? Yes.
Yeah. Well, and she probably opened his eyes to black women too, because a lot of black women don't even watch football, see him and like,
we don't know.
Look at a white boy with the beard.
We don't know what type of flavor that he had. We don't know what he had going on. We don't know. The bottom line is that I'm not going to bash this man for wanting the type of woman that he wants. Like if it's I'm not the type of I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, he with a white chick, oh, she with a black dude, or she's with a white guy. I'm not with you. You like what you like, you love who you love, and whatever that looks like is on you. It's none of my fucking business. But people are gonna say what they want to say, bro. But the reality of it is, if you're really gonna be honest, the man didn't downgrade on shit.
He didn't. And I think look-wise he did, but everything else, yeah.
All right. Well, you can say he downgraded. Yeah. You're gonna say he downgraded on looks because you're a black man.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, some it's and that's going to be subjective. But to me, I was confused on why there were so many black women that may have felt some kind of way because he cut his beard off and he went back to a white woman. That's what he wanted to do.
Again, I don't know. I don't think this man sees no motherfucking color. Maybe he does. Maybe at the end of the day, he sees beautiful women.
Right. I'm just like, hey, the man wants to do what he want to do.
You can play both sides of the field. You can play both sides of the fence. So, this is the best tight end, arguably the best tight end ever.
Right.
Let's not forget that. He can do what the fuck he wants to do.
And obviously that motherfucker don't care about no beard. He said, "I'm gonna get him regardless."
It's hair, cuz who fucking cares?
I'm gonna get him regardless.
Who cares, bro? Who fucking cares?
Yeah. I don't care to see Taylor Swift on my screen on Sunday no more.
Yeah, when we talking about football,
That's all.
when we're watching football and shit like that, no, because his girlfriend was never,
right.
zero in on the camera.
Yeah.
His ex-girlfriend, I mean.
Yeah. And out of fairness, it could be Beyonce, it could be Rihanna, it could be Ashanti, it could be Sweetie. I'm watching my football. If I'm watching my Tar Heels, I'm watching my Tar Heels. My 49ers. I don't. That's why I want to see football. If I want to see them, I can turn to Instagram.
Right, I agree.
So, hey, Usher's performing at halftime at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, saw that.
I like it.
I like it as well.
I like it. I'm interested to hear the playlist. What do you got coming on? Do you think any slow songs gonna be played?
Just okay. So I don't think so. But the masses are going to want to hear Superstar.
Okay.
Mind you, prior to Superstar being, in a hit on, Instagram or social media, off the album, honestly, Superstar is my favorite song, and it's been my favorite song. So,
okay. So along with Superstar, you think they're gonna want to hear Nice and Slow?
I don't think today's youth, I don't think today they give a shit about Nice and Slow.
Really?
We give a fuck about Nice and Slow because of who we are and what it was to us when we were the age of the people that make this social media shit go. If that makes sense.
I don't, and you might be right. I like in my mind, I just can't. I can't see Usher performing and not hearing it's 7 o'clock on. I just it's just that part.
It is popular. It is a pop song. But again, if you ask the question you asked me was about slow songs. I can almost guarantee that Superstar would be in that. I'm willing to bet any amount of money on that.
Well, I'm willing to bet any kind of money that you're gonna hear. Yeah. There's no way you don't hear. Yeah. What's one more? Yeah.
You don't have to call.
You don't have to. I was just about to say that.
Yeah. But Superstar is going to be played.
Yeah.
Guaranteed it, dog. I guarantee Superstar will be played. He has to.
I wouldn't be mad if Bad Girl played.
Okay.
He got enough.
I can see Bad Girl being played.
Me too.
I can see that being played. He might lead off with that. He might lead off with Bad Girl. I forgot about Bad Girl. He might lead off with Bad Girl, Rich.
That's listen, out of he might have one of the toughest playlists, period.
It's very hard to go against,
Usher, and you're right. And this is something that was said earlier today. Him being on the Super Bowl sets him apart.
Yeah, you definitely
from all his peers.
You know what? Here's the thing about it. Like, I feel like, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, he doesn't necessarily get his flowers amongst the masses for whatever reason. And I think the emergence of social media, and again, that Superstar shit, you know what I mean? Like, as a matter of fact, Tiny Desk, him being on Tiny Desk, he's performed that song a million fucking times. He has. But for whatever reason, the Tiny Desk performance boosted him. And that's just the power of social media.
Social media, and sometimes like I've went to shows and I've heard a song live, and it just changed my complete like thought process about the song. I'm like, damn, I like that shit. Or and some songs live, I'm just like, but the majority of them, like I've heard songs live, and then I'm like, you know what, I like this shit, I fuck with it.
Honestly, I agree. Honestly, to date, my favorite singer is Marsha Ambrosius, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I fuck with Floetry a million times over. But when I saw the motherfuckers live and Marsha Ambrosius was singing the goddamn song,
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh, this lady's out of here.
Yeah,
This lady's not from. She's not from here. I got a different take on it now, but she's still, for me, she's still top 3, and she's not 3.
right. Marsha's a bad girl.
Bad mother.
Yeah. Bad girl.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
That Joe Biden video that I sent you, do I need to play it, or you want to play it? Or?
Play it, man, please, because I'm sure everybody didn't see it.
I'll play it. Let's see. What do we have? Joe Biden, and this is Joe Biden speaking about LL Cool J for my people that didn't hear it.
Two of the great artists of our time representing the groundbreaking legacy of hip hop in America, LL Cool J. By the way, that man's got biceps bigger than my thighs. I think he's.
All right. It's a lot to break down there, right? So first of all,
it's a lot to unpack.
Yeah. First of all, he fucked his name up, LLJ Cool J.
How do you fuck up LL Cool J, sir?
I have no idea. And then he said that boy and called himself and said that man has biceps the size of my thighs. Wow. Yeah. So we know referring to a black man as boy is all that has a lot of racial undertone anyway. And at that, we're talking about a 50-year-old man. Of course, Joe Biden has him by what, 20, 25, 30 years, probably 30 years.
Yeah.
Because Joe Biden, I believe, in his 80s, maybe, but we're not in them days and times. I mean, like I said, referring to a black man as boy is a definite no-no. And then at that, a 50-year-old man is even wilder.
Agreed, sir.
Two big mistakes. I don't know how, like you said, how does he fuck up the name? But then just to, the whole boy part. Interesting enough, I don't know. You got what you want to say about it?
Uncle Joe, I don't know what you were thinking. I don't know. Is your brain fried? Is it like, it's like, if you're going to speak on a pioneer, if you're going to speak on a GOAT, if you're going to speak on, an icon, if you will, when it comes down to this hip hop shit, at least get his fucking name right, please.
Right.
Get his fucking name right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure you had to read ahead the notes or whatever, at least in a decent amount of time.
Come on, man. Get his fucking name right, dog. You said that boy shit. That boy, I listen. I don't know what, I don't know what he was thinking or whatever the case. I'm not gonna call it racial or no shit like that, because I don't want to jump to conclusions on that, right? I don't. I'm not going to allow myself to do that. But you fucked this man name up, bro. You're talking about LL, dog.
Right.
Are you fucking kidding me? What are we talking about here? Like, what? Joey, you fucked up, buddy.
Right. So to add on to that, article, MC Light defends President Joe Biden over his LL Cool J boy comments.
What did she say?
She said she don't think there was any ill will behind it. In a nutshell.
I don't think it was either, Reggie. I don't. Was it the wrong thing to say? Yes.
Very much.
But I don't think any ill will behind it.
I look at it and think it's just how he probably talks. And which isn't good for these days of time, and for any days of time. Because even with your son, I mean, if a white man called him, came up to him and said, "Hey, boy," you probably gonna look at him like, "Yeah, fuck, yeah, what's going on?" But it might even be your son if he says something to your son. Hey, boy, whoa, he has a name. Or no, don't talk to him like. But it's just. I think he's an old white guy. Is that an excuse? No, it's not. But I mean,
again, dog, I think about like when you say what, because I say boy, but I don't mean anything malicious behind it. You know what I'm saying? I don't. If even if I'm talking to a grown ass man, I say boy. I'm not. It doesn't mean that I'm trying to degrade you.
Right.
Right. And I think I don't know where Joe Biden's fucking from, but it's hard for me to believe that he was on some shit like the way it sounded to others, right? Like to other people, right? Because if you would have said it about Garth Brooks, would we be having the same conversation?
That's a good question, and I think what I think would go along like that is, would that have been a word that he used? That would have been even, which would be telling. So that shit's gonna be under a microscope now. Once people gonna be looking at that. Oh, he referred to LL as boy, but he referred to such and such as. I'm pretty sure the motherfuckers people are digging up all kind of our interviews and everything now, looking to see how he addressed such and such, how he addressed such and such.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So yeah, but shout out to LL and MC Light for being recognized, and also I saw that China Abumake, she was added to some kind of panel for the White House. We can talk about it more next week because I don't want to fuck it up. And put out no wrong information. I saw that
already.
But shout out to all of them. I sent this video to you, or probably showed it one of the two. It was probably about 3-4 weeks ago. Of these high school boys football. They had football pads on. They was in the locker room and they was twerking to Pound Town. Right. Yeah. Me and a homegirl was talking about it, and she said, "Listen, I don't see nothing wrong with it. It's okay. It's young boys having fun, listen to a song, dancing, in a locker room with their friends.
Okay.
They could be out somewhere in the streets gangbanging." I said, "You're absolutely right." She's like, "But I don't see nothing wrong with it." But coming from a woman's point of view, I think she might see it a little different from you and I.
Okay.
Because I can't remember the exact comment, we had made or you made, when we saw the video, but I'm like, hey, listen, Me and Coach got me and Coach. This ain't verbatim. I know I said something to the effect or close to me and Coach would probably have a talk. Like, hey, what the fuck is going on?
Okay.
But I mean, we are in a different time and age and era when you and I grew up. So can I tell you what the fuck goes on in locker rooms right now? I have no idea. No.
Right.
No.
I think for me, when you think about a football locker room, and I can only go off of my experiences in a football locker room, the last thing that you're going to hear is a song that women dance to or whatever, right? And or dance to, or like shit like that, right. You're not gonna hear, you would not have heard that in any locker room that I've been into. I will say that the times are different. You look at Hard Knocks, right? I don't know the name of the Sexy Red song that she be saying ski. You know that song?
That's the name of it, I think.
That's the same song?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sauce Walker, he's a professional. Sauce Walker and fucking all the boys from New York Jets, they turned up off the shit. Were they twerking? No.
Right.
But but maybe the young boys don't consider that twerking. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know.
Hence the reason she was in the locker, on the sidelines. That game they played the
there you go.
Bills. Yeah.
There you go. So I mean, times have changed, people have changed. I mean,
I mean, did it look good to me? No, it didn't.
Absolutely not.
I looked at it, I was like, what in the fuck have we got going on here? Like, but I mean, she made a point. But is it one of those man things and masculine or macho or whatever else? It could be. It very well could be. But for to explain it any kind of way or some kind of way and expect the woman to understand it, like how me and you may talk, or things that men might do versus what women do, or how women see certain things, it's going to be different. They're not going to understand, just like we're not going to understand some women things, like a woman women kind of meet each other and click up like it ain't nothing. Like a woman could go to the bathroom, be in the mirror, a girl will walk in, like, you pretty, and they just start talking or whatever else, exchange numbers, and 2 weeks later, they're the best of friends, they're hanging out, they're doing brunch, all this other shit. Chances are you're never gonna meet a nigga in the bathroom and y'all end up exchanging numbers and becoming friends. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never expect, a woman to understand how men communicate and just, talk to each other and get down, and two men twerking with each other and all the other shit is just, that shit looks wild. You know what I'm saying? It looks insane. But like we said, like, this generation is different. A whole lot of shit has changed. I can't condemn them. I mean, hey, if that's what they do, that's what they do. But it's crazy. Did you see that video, Josh Dobbs?
And him trying to make his jersey?
Him trying to find his jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit is crazy too. You're the starting quarterback right now, and they don't even have your jersey in the team store. You would have to get it custom made.
Yeah.
Oops. The fuck? Wow.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm glad he got a funny, he was tickled off of it,
right.
But I bet when he got off that camera, he's like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah. And I think they got his jersey in there now. I think they, after that video,
no question.
But no, I mean, he knew what he was doing by doing that. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. Stop. Come on. Stop it.
Mm. So, um, let's talk about this body count thing.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let's talk about this body count thing. Brittany Renner,
Mm-hmm.
says she's at 35.
35. At 30, she has 35 bodies at 31 years old. I mean, 35, yeah, 35 bodies at 31 years old, yes.
Does body counts matter? For me, honestly, that's why, like, I don't want to know. I'm like Mario Winans. I don't want to know.
I don't want to know either.
Because I expect you to have a past. How deep does your past go? Listen, save me that. Say, like, I don't need to know. If I'm interested in you and I want to rock with you, I want to fuck with you, then let that be that. Like, I don't need no deterrences that's going to be like, make, not to say make me look at you a different way, but it could. So do I want a virgin at these days? No, I don't. I want something. Hey, give me a little slightly used, somebody's been around the corner a couple times, know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good with it.
Because you betting on yourself.
Huh?
Because you're betting on yourself.
Absolutely.
Right.
I'm Mario Winans. I don't want to know.
You betting on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. For me, when I heard that given who I know or who she portrays on social media, whether they've been in the past or present or whatever, when she said 35, I was like, oh, okay. I don't really think about at this point. I don't really think about a number, bro. You know, and I feel like if whomever I'm with or whatever the case may be, I don't really give a shit about that.
Right.
Right. Because I've talked to a 30-year-old woman. Well, yeah, 30-year-old woman who has 8 bodies, and she was ashamed to tell me. You know what I'm saying? And I looked and I told her, like, yo, you gotta be a fucking unicorn. Okay. But I only said that based on my past experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and I know society tells us that men and women are different or whatever the case may be. All right, cool. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. But yo, like, this woman came on Brittany Renner. She came on social media and she said her body count or whatever. And all right, that's she feels like she wanted to explore, whatever it is she had going on. She wanted to explore her sexual, nature or whatever the case may be. So be it, bro. Who's asking that either you fuck with it or you don't?
Right. Yeah.
Right. I didn't see a problem. She said 35. Like, I'm like, oh, all right. Is for a woman, society tells us that's a lot. But you as a man, you've had women.
Mm-hmm.
I've had women. 35?
Yeah. Like, I mean, and I usually say like just looking at the person's age, how their dating history, if it's been like serious dates, serious relationships or whatever else, that plays a lot into it too, because if you have a woman that's never been married, never really been in a serious committed relationship, her having 2 to 3, maybe 4 partners over a year time frame don't sound like that crazy to me as in itself.
On average, for her not being in relationships or whatever, they did the numbers. That's 3 partners a year.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, so that don't sound too wild. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I was with somebody. It didn't work. We had sex. We was trying to get there. It didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Started dating somebody. 3-4 months later, and same thing. But so I don't. Hey, I had a night where I just wanted she wanted some dick, and she called up somebody, hey, and they had sex. It don't sound that wild. People make it seem like 35, like God, like what the fuck? But
nigga, the reality of it is that like the same niggas that's saying, oh, 35, oh wow, it's the same niggas that's hitting the neighborhood jump off. So cut it out. Cut it the fuck.
Had no bad, right?
Cut it the fuck out. Cut it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm not but like I said, that within itself, I don't want to know. So I'm not asking the question. If we end up having a conversation to where we're talking about it and there's something that she want to know, then I might in turn ask her. But I mean, honestly, and it might sound like a cop out, but if a motherfucker was asking me, I couldn't give a flat number anyway. I don't know. I haven't kept count. I don't have the Rolodex. I mean,
okay. On the spot.
Don't do it.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
You gonna ask for a roundabout?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we good.
No,
Yeah,
I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask for a roundabout. Now, I was gonna ask for a roundabout directly.
Okay.
But okay, fuck it. I'm gonna ask it.
No, don't.
All right. Okay. Moving on. All right. Fuck it. Moving on. Nigga with nah. With my girl.
Hey, but look, like because I'm pretty sure you have there's been times where I just thought about it. It was like, maybe I've been on social media and be like, oh. And you just start thinking, you see somebody, something and like you like, damn, I ain't seen her in a while, blah, 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 blah. And you like, just think about, y'all have sex. And then you think, I at times I'm like, okay, bam.
No.
I'd be like,
listen.
What you call it?
Bruh, I was just doing it as we were having this conversation. That's what prompted me to ask what the fuck I was about to ask, but I'll leave you alone. Ain't no shame in my game, but I'll leave it alone.
So honestly, because I don't know, but I think my roundabout number would be wow. And I'm not even saying I got it like that, but
right.
Being in the Army opens you up to so much.
Yeah, being in the Army and going to college alone.
Yeah. So I think my roundabout number would be crazy.
I was going to ask you a roundabout. I was going to ask you the over under. I was going to ask you the over.
Oh, but that over under might be wild though.
No, I was going to go with one number. I was going to leave it alone.
All right, we'll do that then. We'll do that because that over under number could have been like a 150 or some shit.
No. I was going to okay, fine. That's fine.
No. You already had it in mind. Go ahead. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with the over.
Okay. Realistically, you don't have to tell me overall. Matter of fact, this is how I'm going to address it. Have you been with over 100 women?
I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah, I think sexually. Yeah.
Me too. Moving on. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I know I've been with over 100 women. I know that. I know that.
Yeah.
That's it. Moving on.
What's the under on that? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
Do not bet the under.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah, don't take that. Don't take that.
Vegas will take your money.
Don't take the under. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, honestly, I don't listen. And she's a very attractive woman.
Man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, though. You know me, I don't discriminate. Today, I will tell you, I don't give a fuck how many people this woman has been with. Brittany Renner is a beautiful young lady.
Mm-hmm.
She is. At the end of the day, you got your Kim Kardashians, you got, these motherfuckers, whatever the case may be, you know me, bro. I don't know how many people Cash Doll been with. That's one of my, I would imagine she's probably had a few. I don't know for sure. But honestly, you know how I feel about, man, Amber Rose, my nigga.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how many people that she's been with. Tiana Trump, I don't give a fuck how many people she's been with. These are beautiful women.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're beautiful women, dog.
Hey, SZA on there for me. I don't know what she did or wherever she went, but my Lord.
SZA, it does not matter.
Yeah.
How many people have took her down through there, dog? It don't make a difference. It makes no difference to me, dog. She is beautiful.
Yeah.
If Brittany Renner is in your face right now, aside from relationship status or whatever the case may be, let's just put that to the side. If Brittany Renner is in a motherfucking spot, same spot as you, and you look at this motherfucker, you gonna be like, bro, she is a fucking killer.
And she and especially if she trying to toss it your way too.
She don't even be necessary. She doesn't even necessarily have to be. Think about it. She doesn't even necessarily have to be trying to toss you some booty. Yeah, right. If she gives you a look, you're gonna be like, whew.
Don't have the attention. Yeah, you're gonna be like,
whew. Ooh, shit.
Yeah, you damn right.
Come on, man. So niggas be talking that shit, bro. I ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. Y'all niggas live in a make-believe world, dog. You probably, spark off to Brittany Renner motherfucking OnlyFans or some shit like that, man. Cut it out.
Yeah.
Cut it the fuck.
You're right.
Cut it
out. Now the boundaries that you have.
Okay.
Do you feel like you have, well, I'm not gonna say because I know you communicate, but what does it take for you to get to the point with your partner or whoever you're dealing with, to where you feel like you can effectively communicate those boundaries or talk to her about them? Like what the comfort level?
Reggie, at this age, at 38, man, I'm doing it off rip.
Okay.
Just off my experiences, my past experiences, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it off rip, bro. I'm not gonna. It's not. I'm an open book when it comes to shit like that. Shit that offends me. You know what I mean? Because I know that. While I'm not easily offended,
yeah,
I know the things that do offend me could or could not be considered petty or be considered like, novice, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that. So I'm gonna tell you off rip, bro.
Right.
Because I want to protect me. I want to protect me. I want to protect my feelings, and I want to protect you from the backlash that you're going to get from me if you cross that line. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no fucking problem letting a woman know what it is, dog.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if there's a comfort level for me, but I feel the same way. Like I have to. I think the boundaries are the base or the groundwork for whatever else comes from there or comes after there. Because I think with everything, you gotta have some kind of like guidelines, like what's inbounds, what's out of bounds. What end zone here, end zone there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so. I think that's how the expectations are met or built or whatever else. Because if I don't tell this woman what my boundaries are, she, for lack of better words, she's probably not gonna know how to handle you. What to say, what offends you, what don't offend you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be joking about something. She could say something about, well, you short ass nigga, blah, 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 blah. And I could be like, well, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Which it don't offend me, but
yeah, it's a good,
it
could because of Napoleon complex.
Absolutely.
And other people. Right. Right.
So
right.
I think that's the biggest thing where that comes in. I saw this thing that it said the number one relationship killer is uncommunicated expectations or boundaries.
I like that. Ooh, shit, I like that.
Yeah, I saw that and I thought about that. I was like, well, damn,
I like that.
Number one killer is relationship communication and that expectations. Yeah.
My lips are sealed off that shit. No explanation needed. You're right. I can agree that I've never heard it until today.
I'll say it again for the people. Let me find it. It said the number one relationship killer is uncommunicated expectations and boundaries. Talking about boundaries. So yeah. Uncommunicated expectations. Yeah.
Because you think about it. When you think about it, relationships, right? Or relationships that come to an end. What's the first thing a person says? Well, you didn't do this for me. I needed you to do this. Or you did this and I didn't like that.
Right. I didn't know. You never said.
There you go.
Hundo.
Sheesh.
Yeah. I mean, but do you have boundaries that it could take you time to like you have to build up to talk about them?
I have two boundaries. Full transparency. I have two boundaries that
you don't got to say them, but just
I don't give a. I'm cool.
Okay, all
right. I have two boundaries that I do not fuck with. That don't tell me how to handle the relationship with the mothers of my children. One. And I say that because you don't understand the dynamic. I've worked very, very hard. We, as a unit, have worked very, very hard to get to where we are today.
Right. And you're not willing to risk that or tear that down for nobody.
And I'm not willing to do that because I've
been on the other side.
I'm not fucking doing it. So don't tell me how to move in that arena. That. And the second one is me and my dad. That's fucking hands off. It's fucking hands off. If I let you into that, then cool.
Right.
But shut the fuck up. Don't touch that.
Got you.
Because you're gonna see a different Andre. That's it.
I think I probably may have a couple that it may take, like, I'm not gonna say some build up to, but it's something that once I think maybe, like I said, once there is a comfort level or something like okay, this is a person I can talk about it. I can talk about this or tell this to, because it looks like maybe it's gonna be some a little more than what something casual. Then maybe, because I think we probably do have the okay, I'm dealing with this person casually. It probably ain't gonna be no more than, we hang out here and there. We I come over, she come over, we have sex, we do whatever, but it probably ain't gonna be no real relationship. So, of course, I think we have those boundaries and those guidelines, and then you probably have some to where, okay, this is somebody that I feel like, this is gonna be something more than just casual. So here's another set of boundaries that I have for, a deeper connection or relationship.
Okay.
Probably.
Well, I think it's levels to it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's levels to it for sure. But for me, those two right there, bro, like don't cross that line.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You could voice your opinion on what you think I should do or whatever the case may be, right? But when it comes down to it, like you don't when it boils down to it, I don't the mother of my children and my children, period. Like and you could say it's a good thing, you say it's a bad thing, but I'm very, very that it's not. I can't say it's a sense. Well, I can't say it's a very, very sensitive area for me, and I'll get into that when we get to the unapologetic truth, which is a great question, by the way.
Okay.
Which will piggyback off of what I'm saying right now.
Okay.
But again, you weren't there. You weren't with me shooting in the gym, if you will, bro, when it came down to what I had to do to get to the point where I am, where there's a clearer understanding with the mother of my children that, they're going to live their lives and do what they have to do, but they both understand that while my kids need their moms and do what they both understand that I have to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a very, very important piece to this thing,
right,
and into the success of raising our children on both sides.
Yeah. And one would think that goes without saying, but these days,
but it does not. It does not.
It's not. These days, it needs to be communicated, and it's because it's not. So absolutely.
I have a 10-year-old. It wasn't always like this, Reg.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. You know that.
Yeah.
It was not always like how it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Where I could talk to Scholar's mom, or Scholar's mom texts me for advice.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Imagine that. But imagine.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna. I'm gonna leave it at that. But
So, I don't know if I should ask this question or not.
You can.
But all right, I'm gonna ask it. Do you think that changed once you got divorced?
Yes. Some. I do think
for the better.
I do
some bit.
Yeah, I know. I do think that has something to do with it. But I also believe, when we're talking about Scholar, I also believe that her mother had to go through things in life. And when she went through certain things in life, when the chips were down, who was there?
Right.
And luckily for her, I was there for the safety of my child.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what her and I went through.
Mm-hmm.
By default, you're the mother of my child. So whether I want to do it or not, I have to do it because I want my child in the best predicament.
True.
And I feel like once she went through different things, we've talked about, that type of shit. I won't put that on black. I won't put it on Front Street. But once she had to go through what she had to go through and say, well, damn, no matter what, this motherfucker will make sure I'm straight because I got his baby. And I respect him for that.
Right.
I respect him for that.
That's some good shit. That's dope.
So now we solid. Now we're solid. I didn't know that we would get here, but now we're solid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like literally, she asked me for some advice today.
Hey, that shit's weird, ain't it? Because me, Pat, your mom be doing that, talking to me about niggas and what should she do and what does this mean? I'm just like, okay, well,
you know what?
We talk and had a conversation, but I'm just be like, oh, okay. I never thought that we would be to that point, but
that's the only weird part about it,
mm-hmm.
because I don't mind it,
Mm-hmm.
but given to where we were,
yeah,
to where we are today,
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
You ain't going back. We ain't changing that. Yeah, we ain't changing that.
And I give you a little piece. I give you a little piece. You know what she texted me today?
What's that?
And shout out to Courtney, man. You know, it's all love. Courtney, she because she has another child.
Mm-hmm.
She has a newborn. I think her daughter is 2 years old, coming up on 2. And she said, hey, she said, what was the name of that lawyer that you got when we were going to court for Skylar? Because that was a bad motherfucker. I need him. Now, ain't that a bitch?
Look how the tables turn.
Because that was a bad motherfucker. I need him. Can you figure out who he was? Do you know who he was?
Mm.
I laugh. I chuckle. Chuckle. But because of the relationship that we have right now, I found the lawyer. I gave her all the information. Here you go. Now imagine that shit, Reggie. That shit happened today, dog. That shit happened today.
Mm.
The motherfucker that I had to go to war with, so that I could get the privileges that I have now to my kid.
Mm.
And today she asked me for his number today.
How ironic.
If they ain't no wild shit, I don't know what it is.
The irony of it. All right, I'm gonna read this to you. We're gonna talk about it real quick. We're gonna get to these truths. Okay, so lady says, in my relationship, I'm conditioning my man to know, even in anger, we still should have intimacy. Sex isn't a shutdown or a weapon at all. Sex should be used as a tool. Communication of the issues can still happen with sex.
I feel like, go ahead.
No, you got it.
I feel like that's basically saying that we're human we are aside from what's going on, that we are creatures that need sex. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. I also got out of it that sex should not be used as a weapon, but a tool to strengthen the relationship, the bond, because we know sex is sometimes used against us. Like if something happened, you can almost bet that you ain't gonna get nothing until shit.
You know what, man? Bro, I had this conversation with one of my buddies today.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me he and the woman that he's seen fell out. And I won't go into why. But when they got together, they had lunch. You know what she told him?
What's that?
I think I'm gonna take this pussy off the table.
There it goes. Used as a weapon.
He called me. He said, Dre, what you think I should do? And I told my dog, at the end of the day, brother, any person that's using sex as punishment, you don't fucking need them.
I agree.
You don't need them. You don't need them. Now, if they're doing it because they aren't into it or they don't want to make it, let me choose my words wisely. If they are not being sexual because they aren't sexually attracted to you anymore, then okay.
Right. Okay.
But to use sex as a weapon to make me do what it is that you want me to do, you kiss my ass on that.
I'm with you 100%. Now, what happens when the man isn't moved or driven by sex? So now you take sex off the table, and it's like, okay. Now, but I think it's levels to that. But now she has to figure out a way. Okay, well, as you said, me taking this pussy off the table, it ain't affecting him, or it don't have the effect on him that I thought it would have, because this is a man, like we said last week, a man that can learn detachment is a bad motherfucker. Also a man that isn't driven by pussy is a bad motherfucker too, because guess what? Now you got to learn, how else can I communicate with this man, impress him, turn him on, like intellectually or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Like we, of course, all of us like that thing. Of course. Yeah. But when you have a man that is driven by it's more than looks for him. He wants somebody that he could sit down and have a conversation with him, and he leaves that conversation like, damn, that motherfucker is like, she know how to talk. She's articulate. She she got me thinking about shit I ain't never thought about. Like, now I want to go do some research. You know what I'm saying? But now you gotta. She has to dig into that bag. And a lot of people, women, men included, we're not just talking about women, but a lot of people don't have that bag. I.e., when a nigga can't, what happens when a woman don't want you for your money, or she ain't looking for a nigga money? So she run into a nigga that's used to leading off with money or impressing women by money, clothes, and cars. So now how did he keep this woman or attract this woman?
He fucked up.
Yeah, he is. So that woman that's taking pussy off the table, and this nigga ain't necessarily like, okay. Now what other weapon does she have to use? Like, baby girl, you gotta come better than that.
I hope you got something in the chamber, because my partner told me when she said that to him, he asked me, he talked to me, but he already had his mind up, and you know what he said? He said, well, shit. Okay, well, if you're taking it off the table, then guess what? Your mind's already fucking made up on what you want to do in order for us to move forward.
Mm. Point blank.
Because guess what? If, based on what he's been doing and how he's been helping her, if he takes his wallet off the table, then what?
He dead in the water. Belly up. Dirty work. You can't. So I honestly think that once sex is introduced to the relationship or whatever else, that's one of those things that you really can't just, you know what? I don't think we should be doing this no more.
Well, it's your prerogative.
It is. Go ahead.
You can do whatever you. But is it smart? Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
No. That's just like, you haven't, y'all consistently having sex, and then all of a sudden, she was like, well, and she has that right, like you said, it's her prerogative. But look, what are we? are we dating? We just fucking? We serious or whatever else? You know, I'm trying to get there. I mean, you know, we getting there. Well, you know what? I don't think we should fuck no more until you figure out what the fuck we are. You know, that's so now you either you forcing this motherfucker to say, okay, you know what? You my lady. We serious.
Or my man.
Yeah, or my man. But
because a dude could say that too.
Right, yeah. But you don't even know if that comes off genuine or not. Them motherfuckers like just like they already hooked to pussy or dick or whatever y'all doing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think it all depends on where you are in life, right? Like you're a man you're a man. I'm a man, right? At the end of the day, we're older gentlemen. You know what I mean? We're past mid-30s. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, like you would hope, and based on your experiences and my experiences, like you're not going to some wet butt ain't gonna move you to the point to make you say something. It's not gonna make you say something that you don't want to say, or make you feel something that you don't feel. Like
Right.
You're not gonna just say some shit just so you can get back in that pocket.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not that way. So I just think it's where you are in life, though.
Right. I was like, try again, toots. You're not doing like yeah. But I do think with what the lady was saying and what I read, it should be a tool more than it should be a weapon. I never looked at it that way, as far as a communication tool, but I absolutely, because intimacy can be a form of communicating.
A tool, that's what I was getting ready to say, a tool as far as intimacy goes, the betterment of intimacy.
Yes. So yes.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Unapologetic truths.
Yes, sir.
Where we at? Oh, I guess this could go back to something we was talking about earlier. Well, what did you have? You said you talked about it once we got unapologetic truths.
Based on the question that I read, that I knew you would ask. That's what
Okay, gotcha. And this was asked to me, circling back, far as, and I guess talking about either high school or a crush you had somewhere in your life, that it was a crush, and years later down the road, you finally got with that crush, got a piece of it, whatever else. Good or bad, how did it make you feel? Was the wait worth it? Now I'll let you think about it. Me, I want to say I'd probably been in the Army. I probably was a damn staff sergeant by the time, and went back home on leave.
Mm-hmm.
Happened to run into a high school crush, and we ended up talking for a little bit, and we ended up fucking, lack of better words. And I think that was pretty much it. She kind of turned into a psycho. I don't think it was worth it. I mean, cool as fuck, dog. Cool as fuck. I ended up getting a sinus infection for that motherfucker. Yeah, I never had a sinus. I ended up getting a sinus infection. I don't know how. I don't remember how. Crazy thing was when I left her house, I went out the front door, and I'm walking downstairs, and her daughter was, she had a teenage daughter at the time. I think her daughter was like 13 years old. And she was sitting on the stairs and she was crying, but I didn't know who it was. I'm just looking, I'm like, so I was like, hey, you all right? And she didn't say nothing. So I just left, and I said, hey, it's somebody on your front steps crying. And she was like, who? I was like, I don't know, but she went out there as her daughter, whatever. But long story short, her daughter had heard us, and I guess she felt some kind of way about it. I don't know. I mean, it was weird. But everything about that whole situation was weird. And it wasn't worth it. I'm like, you know what? It's probably a reason why we didn't fuck in high school, and why she was just a crush. And that was pretty much it. Yeah. I wouldn't circle back.
I think high school. If we're going off high school crush, one instance where there was a young lady that we didn't have any type of sex or anything like that. She was my girlfriend. Well, she was my girlfriend in middle school. But we didn't have sex until college. And yeah, it wasn't it.
Always the case. And you know, women might say the same thing about men.
Yeah, of course.
You know, there's and they probably will say this. There's this motherfucker. I don't know if I should say her name or not because I have classmates in my sister.
Then don't. You don't know if you should say it, then don't.
Yeah, when I'm telling you, she was a bad motherfucker. God, so beautiful. I want to say I seen her probably about 3-4 years ago, and looked like Pinky. Like when I say Pinky, I mean Pinky now, size and everything, but the face is still there. And I'm just looking. I'm like this. I don't know if I take it down now, just because aesthetically I'm not attractive. Well, face wise I am, but I was like, my God, we talking about a beautiful.
Okay.
But whatever.
Okay.
Where's the next one at? I'll say the other one for last. This one about music. Real quick, music. Nas. Magic 3. What do you think about the album?
I think it's cool.
Is it you like the number 2?
Nope.
I like it a little better, just a little.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
I think Nas just proved that he's able to keep up with today's music and be relevant. That's something that we've talked about when we heard the first Magic.
Yeah. What do you think about Diddy's album?
I like it.
Yeah, I do.
I like it.
I do.
I like it a lot.
I think Jazzy did a thing on that. She's a standout for me.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is.
I think that's his artist. I think.
No. I'm saying prior to the album.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I got one.
Yeah,
but I heard somebody bang about it. But I like it though. I do like it.
I fuck with it.
All right. Who produced the best Jay-Z beat, in your opinion? Someone asked me this question. They wanted me to ask you this. Who produced the best Jay-Z beat out of Pharrell, Kanye, Timbaland, Just Blaze? Who gave Jay-Z his, in your opinion, who gave Jay-Z his best beat?
Pharrell, Kanye, Just Blaze, and Timbaland.
Now, I guess probably let's do catalog. His catalog out of those their Jay-Z catalogs.
I feel like by default you got to go with Just Blaze. Although Just
Blaze off top.
Yeah, but although there is allegedly Just Blaze stole his flavor, his style from someone else that was there prior. No, not Kanye.
No. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I forgot Buddy's name.
I think it's Bink. It's Bink.
Bink. Yeah, right. So by default, you gotta go Just Blaze.
Yeah.
Just Blaze has the authentic, from what we know, has the authentic Rockefeller sound. So you got to go with that. But if you're gonna give credit to anybody, you got to give credit to Bink.
Yeah, if that's true. But
if it's true,
yeah, I'm gonna say Just Blaze. For me,
Bleak said it was true.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, for me, to me is Just Blaze hands down. I don't know why. For me, it's just hands down. When I think about Pharrell, I don't change clothes. What's another Pharrell song? They just don't stick out like right off the top.
Excuse me, miss.
Excuse me, miss. Yeah. You know Kanye. Timbaland.
Right.
I think it's Just Blaze hands down for me.
I agree.
Hands down. And we will get to this last one, which you already know. The question is, what is the hardest pill you ever had to swallow in life? If you want to talk about it. Or one of them. One of the hardest pills you had to swallow in life. We'll say that.
I think the hardest pill for me to swallow is the reality that there'll be another male that has an impact on how my children are raised.
Interesting.
That's the hardest pill to swallow. Only because you're a dad, I'm a dad. As dads, we want to put our kid in the best predicament to win.
Right.
And we have certain ground rules or a certain blueprint of what we want to instill in our children. And when you aren't with the mother of your children, that's compromised. Excuse me, one way or another. So that, for me, is the hardest pill to swallow.
Yes, that I didn't even think about that one when I was initially looking at it. I will agree on that, and then
okay.
Also I will say with my second daughter, Shania, with her mom,
right.
When once we had kind of moved on, we had kind of started back, dealing with each other. But it was more or less, at that time I had just PCS to Miami. And she was here, actually. Yep, she was here at Fort Gordon. And of course I was in Miami doing my thing. She's here. She had met somebody, but we were still kind of, and I guess sometimes that old, the baby mom or the baby dad, it ain't true in a lot of these instances, because I don't want nothing to do with none of my children's mom like that sexually no more.
Right.
That ship is sailed. But at that time we was kind of like, still trying to see what was up, hot and cold or whatever else. But granted, she had another nigga in the wings, but they had started getting a little more serious. And once, like, our, that part of us, I think I had a real hard time, like, coming to that realization and letting that go. Like, this nigga really, like I felt like the nigga took my quote, for lack of better words, how we talk, we niggas. This nigga took my bitch from me.
Yeah.
And because, real life in love, my daughter's mother, we was together for a while, and, that was tough. And I think that's the first time I ever really felt like that, like a nigga really took somebody from me, which he didn't, because we wasn't together, but
right.
moving on, but we was trying to see what's up. But that's how that shit hit me, and that shit stung, and you know how we are. Nigga, I cried my motherfucking eyes out. I was mad, punching the air and shit, But I real life felt like this nigga took my girl from me.
That's a horrible feeling. I've been there. It's
just
horrible.
Like finally getting over that and realizing it, and I'm just like, this motherfucker took my girl from me. Like, but yeah, that shit was tough. Just like coming to that realization, and then adding to the fact that that's your baby mother, your daughter's there, all this other shit. This nigga's around her and all this other shit. I'm just like, damn, I took an L, nigga.
Yeah, that can be tough, brother.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I took it off. That shit, nigga, I was ready to get back on the road from Miami, right back to Augusta. Fuck is going on? Had they moved me to Columbia, dog, I would have been back. Yeah, I'd have been back. I'd have been right back sleeping in the motherfucking house, man. But yeah, listen, and then once we visited and got back together, like I'm thinking I'm about to come in the house, like, you know, hug, you know, kiss on the cheek or whatever. We gonna sleep in the same bed. Everything gonna be cool. That motherfucker gave me the guest room. That's when I knew it was a wrap.
AKA give you a swift kick in the nuts.
I knew it was a wrap. Then gave me the guest room. But then crazy thing was when she bought my daughter down to Miami, you know, for me to keep her for the summer, we slept in the same bed.
Okay.
But she ain't touched me at all. You know, I'm trying to move a little close. She would move. Her phone was going off like crazy. The nigga, like, he wouldn't, like, we ain't have, like, we couldn't have had, like, no time. That nigga was, like, blowing her phone up. She had to get up and go out and talk and all this other shit. And she came back and she was just like, I'm going to sleep on the sofa. I was like, fuck this nigga. Then they end up ain't doing shit anyway. But anyway, yeah, let's get fuck about it. We close this shit out, my nigga.
Shit.
Yeah, that was a pill to swallow, though, for real.
Yeah, as a young boy, I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it. But you know, closing out, man, shout out to you, big dog, for keeping this thing afloat, man. Shout out to the home team, bro. Shout out to my support system. Shout out to my babies. Shout out to again everybody at home, man, going through what they're going through. I try my best to help and do what it is that I can to for the betterment of my tribe and the betterment of, you know, the people that fuck with me, man. And it's always, mental health is real. Myself and Reg, we may not be subject matter experts on the matter, but I can assure you, before you harm yourself and you harm others, please tap into Unapologetic Pod on Facebook and or IG or individual Facebooks or IG, and I can assure you we can get you the help that you need. Other than that, big dog, you already know what's going on with me. Different toilet, same shit.
Well, I appreciate you too, my boy, and I appreciate everybody that continues to tune in. And you know, people that may listen and give me like, hey, ask this question, use this question, all that other shit, and just anybody that fuck with us in general. My family, I definitely appreciate y'all. Love y'all, my baby girls, my grandbabies, man. My grandboy, man, and that's my guy right there. I ain't even seen him yet, but we about to get together. I can't wait. I'm anticipating.
I bet.
She's sending me pictures like crazy. I'm like, man, I need to be up there right now. But
yeah,
gotta get it together. Also, we'll talk soon as we get off. But yeah, man, just, you know, thank you to everybody that continues to support us. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I said, if y'all got if y'all got any requests on some hoodies or t-shirts, let us know. We can get it knocked out. And that's it for me, y'all. As always, we're unapologetic, we're unfiltered. Y'all know who the fuck it is. We will see y'all next week. We out of here.
Take it easy.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.